All right, so today we're going to talk about this. I had a comment. I don't even know if it was from a week ago or whatever, but I deleted it. And here's why. The comment was about you should be able to manifest anything and everything in a month. And it don't always work like that. So I'm going to talk to you about why not imposing limiting beliefs on you, but really helping you understand so you don't give up on what you want. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss this. Hey everyone, it's Kim Velez, Conscious Life and Success Coach. Really excited that you're here with me today. Before we dive in, if you feel like you are really struggling manifesting your SP, or you've been at this for a minute and you're just like, I'm really not getting anywhere, no breakthroughs, maybe you're not having seen movement in a while in your 3D reality, then I highly suggest you get my video training that is free. It's never been posted on social media, nor will it ever be. The link is below for that. All right, so let's talk about this. I deleted the comment because I really can't stand when people who don't really know what it means to manifest, they don't understand changing your limiting beliefs, that it takes repetition, that you're going to be triggered, that things don't always manifest and quickly. Like, it really annoys me because it's like people are speaking out of their ass, or they're speaking from theory rather than practice. Now, you can manifest things within your reality within a month's time, absolutely. But does that mean that if you don't, you're not going to get what you want? The answer is no. In fact, the things that you struggle with the most personally, your own identified patterns in your reality, the self-concept you have in regards to what it is you want to manifest, if that has been habitually you not getting what you want, then that is the reprogramming that will need to take place. And I really, from my own personal experience, before I understood all of this, before I really understood it was your thoughts create your reality, it really drove me nuts when I would always see the stupid clickbait titles, manifest in 24 hours or less. And then I would get frustrated with myself, like, oh, why am I not getting this? And so once I understood it, I was like, I will never, ever allow anyone I come in contact with, or who comes in contact with me. I'm going to speak the truth. I'm not trying to get your views. I'm not trying to clickbait you. I'm giving you the facts so that you don't give up on you. Because at the end of the day, this whole game is only about you, and it has nothing to do with the people in our lives or the things, experiences that we want from them. So when you're reprogramming your mind, it takes time, and everybody is different with this. And I've been saying this for years now, it really is different to recreate a specific person than manifesting in someone new. If you manifest in someone new, or the specific person, you still have to work on your self-concept if your self-concept is poor when it comes to your love life, because your new person will reflect that story of you back. And if you have a shitty story or shitty assumptions, remember, assumptions are just what you believe to be true, what you know is fact. If you have natural assumptions about relationships that are not favorable, then whether it's a specific person or it's someone new, they will reflect that back to you as well. So either way, you have to do this work no matter what. With a specific person, there's an added layer than someone brand new, because you have a fucking history with a specific person, and the history is usually dominantly not been favorable because of what you've manifested with them previously from your old self-concept. So it's really overcoming that as well. So you're doing, in my opinion, a bit more work of reprogramming and being aware of what you're observing and judging. And this is why a lot of the channels or people that talk about manifesting the specific person in 24 hours or less, we all can do that. We've all done that. But are you keeping them? Are you getting in someone new? The answer is no. If you have a shitty self-concept, this has been your pattern, and you haven't changed the story of them, then you're not going to sustain what you want. So your goal is not, I need to hurry up and get this. If you are like, oh my God, I'm researching everything to try all these techniques and do all these things that get me manifesting this person back in my reality ASAP, then that means, my loves, you're not getting it. And that's okay, because I didn't get it in the beginning, and nobody gets it in the beginning. And it is a bit different when you're manifesting in someone new rather than a specific person. But my focus more is about you not setting expectations and thinking you're doing something wrong because you're not getting what you want within a month. And this goes with a lot of things. I mean, do you know how many people who are super successful, like millionaires and above, that they did not manifest that type of money within a month? There's a lot of things. People have not manifested in their body type if they had significant weight to lose or really trying to build on a certain amount of muscles. Most people did not, get that within a month. But the reason why the ones that became millionaires and above and the ones that succeeded and manifested in the body type they wanted is because they persisted. They didn't stop because, oh, it's been a month and the deadline happened and now I didn't get what I want, so it's not working. So you just want to be careful with that. And also, you really want to pay attention. If you're somebody who's saying always, and I've even had videos on this where you can just say today is the day, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you really, again, have to understand if you're needing this change to happen right now, this second, one, you're not trusting you're the operant power. Two, you don't believe in the power of your thoughts creating. Three, you're not trusting and believing in the unseen. And four, you really don't think you're going to get this because you're still needing it. So you haven't internally shifted you dominantly into the wish fulfilled version of you. Because if you're in the wish fulfilled version of you, whether you're in, if it's about you being in the version who is in a loving, committed relationship with the person of their dreams, or you're making X amount of dollars and you have this lifestyle that you want, or you are this body type that you want, then you would know, I already have it. So you're not seeking it, you're not looking for it, you're not wondering when it's going to show up. So remember, this game is not about I'm affirming to control outside of me. It's about I'm affirming to convince myself that this is who I am. Once I persist in that, I'm already experientially living mentally in the reality where I am the version that I desired to be. And once I become that version and it becomes dominant, my 3D has no choice but eventually to reflect that back to me consistently, dominantly, and constantly. So that's what you really want to pay attention to. It's not about stop comparing yourself if you're someone who's comparing yourself to what other people are getting, because you're going to get what you want if you keep working on your story and your inner thoughts. If you keep changing it, you're not in a rat race because you're going to get what you want. There's no way you can't get what you want. You're creating your reality second by second by choosing to focus and put your awareness and attention and your thought patterns in a new story where you win, where you are in the outcome that you desire, and you persist in that. And if you're really living in the end, I mean, that's what living in the end is. If you're really trusting in that dominantly, it's never perfectly because we're never going to get it perfectly, then you won't need it. You won't miss it. You won't be, I need this to happen right now, because this is how you build up that knowing. This is how you build up the trust in the unseen, the knowing that you are this person, therefore it has no choice but to materialize in the physical realm. Eventually you will experience it with your 5 senses. If whatever you're experiencing internally that's dominant when it comes to that subject matter, you will have no choice but to experience it in your 5D or your 3D with your 5 senses. So just be careful. You don't want to get caught up in other people's limiting beliefs that feel like that are really talking from theory rather than practice. And even if they're not, let's say they have really outstanding natural assumptions in all areas of their life. So things really tend to be coming in very quickly for them because they don't have to overcome the constant bombardment of negative beliefs and negative thoughts that say otherwise. So if that person is like that, great, good for them. But I'm speaking to the people, which most people who follow me and practice what I'm sharing understand they have a pattern in a certain area of their life that has been again and again and again that is not favorable, and they've had it usually for years, if not decades. So they're overcoming the way they think about themselves in relation to what they want, as well as the story of whether it's a specific person or love or money or whatever it is that they're manifesting. So even though we can usually experience movement in our 3D reality, the minute we start changing our thinking, it doesn't mean it's stuck. It doesn't mean it's dominantly who you are. It doesn't mean internally you're predominantly dwelling in the wish fulfilled version of you and the wish fulfilled version of everything that you desire. So this is why you don't get upset if you don't manifest in what you want within a month. I don't even care if it doesn't take a year. And I get comments who are really like, who wants to wait a year? Well, I wait a year if I know, if I keep showing up every day and living my best life in my mind of my life, that eventually every desire I ever want, I will experience. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to be excited about that. I don't care how long it takes because I'm on the road to getting it. So you got to change your mindset, and you got to get out of real basic, limited, stupid beliefs, in my opinion, that are going to keep you stuck and victim and giving up on yourself because you're really not understanding the internal process and what you're doing in order to change your programming so that this new programming will eventually become the one that's dominant and on autopilot, which you won't have to consciously affirm for regularly at some point. And then your 3D will consistently reflect that new story back to you, and it'll get easier and easier as time goes on. So I hope this helped you, because again, when I see stuff like that, I just delete it to some extent. Really, I pay attention to the context of how people are saying it, and do not give up on you. Don't listen to people like that, and don't give up on you, because you are the creator of your reality, and there is no one to change but self, and all you're doing is changing your thinking. That's it. And some mental habits of the way that we think take longer than others to reprogram, and that is okay, because again, you're in no competition with anyone. You're not going to lose what you want. And all you're doing is changing you. You're convincing you that this is who you are and this is what can be or is done. However you want to fucking word it. It really doesn't matter. I've done it both ways. You know, you got to get out of that rigidity too, in the sense of, you can affirm things like, oh, this is happening, this is going to happen, they'll be back, I know they will. I've done all that shit too, and they've all come back. So just get your internal world in the dominant thought pattern of when you think of your specific person, or you think of money, or you think of a new relationship, that you are the version of you that has it, that you're experiencing it. What would your thoughts be? They would not be thoughts of someone who doesn't have what they want and is, you know, focused on every negative aspect under the sun. So I just hope this clears things up if you were confused, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.